to Ecosphere. Ecosphere is a project about an intention of keeping various experiences indoors. The purpose of Project Ecosphere was to explore ways to enrich the interior experience and ways to activate the Docklands area in other aspects. The design of this project started with two explorations in early weeks. They mainly inspired the spatial characteristics, the variety in levels of publicness, the atrium and skylights, and the spatial arrangements. In the first design outcome, the elements are basically extracted from the previous explorations, which is the cathedrals. It results in a lack of relationship to the identity of the university and the local context. Considering the relationship to the city campus, the main precedent for further development was then decided to be the Capitol Theatre. Building relationship to the city campus instead of only the surroundings is also considered as a way to activate the area. In this project, the approach started from the use of colors that were bright and strong in impact onto the materials, then extracting elements from RMIT buildings, digital precedents or forms, and other related themes of project. The reflections as a piece of visual message would bond the areas together, ignoring the distance between. The open spaces on the ground floor are more relatively public. It includes storage rooms, retails, server rooms, one workshop, and an area for events for galleries, which is the room we're currently standing in. The entry to the other side will lead you to the back of the building. Although the main idea of this project is to keep people indoors, a simple outdoor space was provided at the back of the building in order to satisfy the requirements of outdoor activities. Inspired by the sandbox games, the space contains numbers of cubes covered with artificial grass. People can freely use them as seats, tables, or for any creative purpose. This way to the main public space in the building. The main public space is located in the center of the building, in front of the foyer. It also works as a transition between the exterior, which is the actual public, and the interior. The natural lighting in the interior is considered as another important experience in the building. Human eyes are sensitive to the change on lighting environments. In the building, many areas are able to be affected by natural lights. From the change or the movement of natural light, people will find clues for how the time has passed. The levels of exposure to the exterior environment can also create different experience under the change of weather, which ties the interior to the exterior together by blurring the boundaries between. The building provides study areas in different levels of publicness. The main public area, the atrium, the free learning areas in different sites and locations, workshop spaces and meeting rooms. They are aiming to respond to different requirements on learning environments of different students. During the time when people travel further into the building, they will gradually experience and get used to the changes on the enclosure and the publicness. It will soften the impact when people enter in new areas. The first and the second floor are mainly spaces for workshops and labs, which is relatively private. And on the third level, there are basically open spaces or flexible spaces for the STEAM school hub. free learning area on level 3 can be divided into two parts. One side is for students who work alone or in smaller groups, about 4 people in maximum. And the other corner is for students in bigger groups, which are up to 8 people. That's the end of the introduction trip. Thank you for listening, and if you have any more questions, feel free to pop up in the STEAM School Hub on level 1.